It's Valentine! Welcome everybody to the Key to Valentine Show. Joined here today by Mr. Clain Erekson himself.
Good to be here, man.
#1 all-time dish rep.
I think so. That's what they say, man. That's a weird thought, but yeah, at least in the last 5 years. So
that is crazy. Yeah, I've really been looking forward to this. It was kind of a pain in the butt to make it happen, but it had to. It's one of those things that was like, I would be a terrible human and like not a good leader to like give my friends, my reps, this knowledge. And so that's what we're here to do.
Dude, I'm pumped. Yeah, thanks for stopping in before you're on the road for the next 6 months or something. So
Heck yeah.
It'll be good, bro.
Well, tell me real quick, and all the people, how did you get into sales, like in door to door? How did you get into all this thing?
Yeah, so I'm from Utah. Like door-to-door sales is a huge thing here. So I'd kind of always heard about it in high school, and I wanted to go out and try it actually selling direct TV. Before my mission, my dad kind of talked to me. I was like, go on your mission, come back, you can worry about money then. So a lot of my buddies did go out and do it before our missions. They did really good. So dang, that's pretty sweet. Like, I'm down to try it. Went on my mission to the Philippines, and you guys probably heard about missions. You just talk to people all day long. You like learn a ton of soft people skills, how to interact. So it was good. But being in Asia was a lot different than obviously knocking on doors and talking to people here. So my buddy Cade Knuckles, who's like one of the all-time goats of dish as well, I met him on my mission. He had gone out a year before me. So he got home a year earlier, and he met Jared through, it's crazy. It's just a small world thing, like how he met them, and now here we all are. But he went out, made I think like 20-something grand his first summer. I got off my mission. Ended up working at the same call center randomly. So we like reunited. He told me about his story, and then I was like, yeah, dude, I'm down. Like making $12 an hour at this call center, like just sucking at my job, hating it, you know, working nights. And yeah, anyways, he was like, dude, come try it out. And you know, like if you really suck, like you're still gonna make 8-10 grand. That was my goal going on my first year. I'm like, dude, if I can make $8,000 in a few months, oh my gosh, I'd be the richest man alive. And so yeah, he just got me into it. He had a positive experience and had nothing but good things to say about it. So yeah,
pretty cool. I bet it's a little bit different selling dish versus selling Jesus.
A little bit, yeah.
Maybe how was like your experience going on your mission? Because I did door to door first, and then I went on my mission,
which is so cool.
Which is interesting, but I feel like it's definitely more that other way around. Like you go on your mission and then you go selling. Like, how did you like adapt to that different pitch, I guess we would call it?
Yeah, so the Philippines is like a super interesting place. Like it's a lot different than a lot of other places to go on missions. So obviously we're teaching people about Jesus. Almost everyone there is already Catholic, so like they love Jesus. They love reading scriptures and all that good stuff. So the biggest thing over there, and obviously you're a white guy walking around in, you know, the Philippines, it's like super weird. So the biggest thing was just like being friends with people, but we weren't like you're not trying to like close somebody on Jesus, right? You're not like trying to be pushy, but you're trying to encourage them to, you know, hey, this is going to be awesome for your life. I'm going to try to be a good example for you. So it definitely wasn't pushy, but I think the biggest thing I learned was just like the soft people skills, like how to be someone's like genuine friend quick, how to introduce yourself well, and then how to say, hey, this is what I have to offer, and this is maybe the problem you're having in your life. This can kind of be the solution, and introducing it. They say, you know, the missionaries a lot of times will say, teach people, not lessons, right? So it's like every person has different needs, and so you can find what your message has that can like be the solution to specifically what they're looking for. So that is obviously super connected to sales, right?
Sell people, don't sell the product.
Yeah, I've been trying to like coin a phrase, and I always say it sounds so dumb, but yes, that's good. Write that down. Someone clip that. But yeah, I mean, with sales, right, it's the hot button. You're like asking them with our door approach. We're just trying to find, and with Dish, it's, you know, is it the price? Is it the equipment? Is it the channels? Is it the customer service? Usually people are only going to have like one of those they really care about. So the quicker you can find that and then present the solution, it's kind of those same like soft skills, I guess.
Yeah. So in the sale, let's kind of start talking about that, because I have a ton of questions about just like your sales philosophy, mentality, and everything. In the sale itself, when you find that thing that is important to them, or that hot button that you called it, how do you let them know that you care?
Ooh, That's a good one. I'll let them know I care about the hot buns. So a good phrase I like is, "Oh, that's exactly why I'm out here." Like, you can use that when it doesn't matter what they say. I hate door-to-door salesmen. I hate Dish. No, I hear it. That's exactly why I'm out here. The reason I'm stopping by is, and then you can just say whatever their hot button is right back to them. And then also, like, relating it with other neighbors that you've helped out. Like, it's kind of like a cheesy door-to-door thing, the bandwagon effect. But with Dish, it's like you're literally selling like almost everyone in their town that still has it. So you're like, yeah, this is what we did for them. Like, oh, that's crazy. Your bill's jumping up that high. Like, are you on a fixed income too? Okay, well, that's why I'm stopping by. The bills are already too high. It keeps going. I know your income's not going up, so that's why I'm here. My job's just to get the bill lowered for you, type thing. So
nice, very cool. Kind of straight to the point, but like, you're there as a friend. Do you take the like consultant approach? I guess you'd say, like, I'm not really like loyal to one or the other. Like, I don't really care if you have Dish or direct. Like, this is kind of what we just found is beneficial.
Yeah, so I think like the soonest you can bring up that you're kind of working with everyone that has satellite. I know, like, my first year we would actually go to everyone that had Dish too. Like, if you saw a satellite, you'd go knock it and try to get them on. I think we were doing like Sprint phones, remember that? Or the T-Mobile phones. Yeah. So like, look, we work with everyone that has TV. The reason we're coming by everyone with direct is the bills are really high. I've got a list of everyone that has it. I don't care what you guys are doing for TV, but everyone's bills are jumping up, so that's why I'm stopping in. So yeah, I mean, I just think in general, like, the least amount of salesy you can come across as, the better. Kind of like if you're gonna help your grandma out with TV, like, you wouldn't be like, "Grandma, you have to do this." Be like, "Look, Grandma, let's look at your bill, grab it. Okay, you're paying way too much. The only way to get it lower is switching over." But yeah, if you can come across as just someone that's like genuinely there to help them, they need help with their bill. But what they don't want is someone showing up, and just when you think of a salesperson, it's like the classic used cars salesman that's talking really fast, and I have a really fast voice. I need to slow that down right now, actually. I'm a yapper. Too much caffeine maybe. But slow it down, come across as their friend instead of, "This is gonna be the best thing ever, are you pumped?" It's like, that's just kind of corny, and people naturally have a resistance to that. So.
Yeah, just like be a real person.
Yeah. And that's what people are looking for. They're old, and a lot of these people are old. They don't get visitors very often. Just be their friend. Like, you're going to have a ton more fun on the doors. Like, my first year, my first manager is like he was a cool, fun dude. But when he would sell, he was just like really monotone. And so I just tried to like copy that, like being serious all the time, monotone. It just wasn't who I was. I think people could probably tell. So I love just having fun and like goofing with people on the doors, but like a genuine fun, not like all bubbly and stuff. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But,
I had another question.
Sorry,
no, it's good. I can just like edit this part out. It's fine. Even though I'll definitely forget to edit it out. So what's up, guys?
Run it, baby.
Yeah. When you're okay, how do you deal with objections? Because objections is just like a part of sales. Customer hits you with, "I'm not interested. I don't have time right now. I've had Dish before. I don't like it." Kind of, what is your approach to that?
Yeah. My favorite way to handle objections is it called 5-miling. I don't know good lingo, but if I can just take care of it before they even say it, that is way better than them saying it. "No, I hear what you're saying." Obviously, that's not going to happen every time. Like, you're going to get a ton of objections if you're selling the right way. But yeah, if you can just take care of it, like throwing in little one-liners in your pitch, even in the door approach sometimes. Like, the one I hate the most is, "Okay, well, that sounds good. I want to think about it," right? Because, dude, my first year, I would walk out of houses, and that's like what every single person would say, and I would just find something to punch, usually like my leg or my steering wheel or something. I had to sell that car, the steering wheel broke because I punched it so many times.
Oh, crap.
Probably, I don't know. So I was like, okay, what can I kind of say so they're not hitting me with, I want to think about it every single time. So there's stuff we can do to like build urgency, saying words like now, today, right away, instantly. Like, that just subconsciously helps people make decisions faster. And then, all right, this is the sales sauce right here. I don't know if it's like a real thing, but I say this to every person before I go to close. So after I've like told them all the benefits of Dish, why it's going to be the best thing ever for them, I'll hit them with and so the reason I'm here, a lot of people, it's something they've been thinking about. I do the head nod, right? Something they've been thinking about. Whether or not they've been thinking about it, they are now. They've been thinking about, and then I'll just repeat their hot buttons back to them. It's usually price, right? So look, the reason I'm stopping by, a lot of people, this is something they've been thinking about, getting that bill down. Only reason they haven't done it, they don't want to be on the phone for 5 hours with some guy they can't understand, trying to figure it all out. You've got better things to do in your life than worry about the TV bill, right? So let's get it done now so you can focus on more important things in your life. Are you guys going to be here tomorrow, or is Friday better, or whatever? And then just go for a close. So head nod the crap out of them. Put it in their mind. It's already something they're thinking about. That was kind of rusty. I need to get back on the doors, dude. That wasn't fluid like
that. Was great.
So I just love that one. It's like something you've been thinking about. It's kind of I stole some of that from Grant Cardone. Like I nerd out on all his books, his closes. Most of them I don't really love for Dish. It's like a little pushy, but
yeah.
Let's get this done now so you can focus on more important things in your life. Sound fair enough? Jordan Belford, I think you know that one.
Yeah.
You love that one.
I love that one.
So, yeah, if you can just kind of 5 mile I think that's what it's called, the objection, that's the best. And then, obviously, you're going to get a lot of objections as well. So there's a few ways to deal with it. There's like the feel, felt, found method. That's Andrew Rietveld's favorite. No, I hear you. I mean, what's your objection? You can give me one.
Yeah, we don't like Dish. We've had them before. We don't want to go back to them.
No, I hear you. How long ago did you guys have them?
I think we got switched to DirecTV 5 years ago.
Yeah, but you did not want Dish 5 years ago. You guys were actually really smart to get on Direct back then. It was probably a lot cheaper when you signed up, right?
Yeah, definitely lower our bill.
Cool. Yeah, it's really just been the last few years it's been making sense for people, so I totally hear what you're saying. A lot of your neighbors have felt the exact same way. Do you know Ben Johnson down the road?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. He actually felt the same way. He had it, I think, 6 or 7 years ago. What he found, though, is Dish is actually a lot better than DirecTV now. Gets his same exact channels, newer equipment, and it's saving him $50 a month. So save you $55. So, do you guys do a lot of recording here at the house?
No, not really.
And then just on to the next. So feel, felt, found. Yeah, I agree with you. People love just complaining. They just want to be validated. Like, it's insane. I have a story I tell all the time of this lady that, like, I knocked on her door. Basically, the first thing she said was, I hate Dish. If they ever come to my house, I'm going to shoot them. I'm like, whoa, sweet lady. Kansas. What was the name of that town? Dang it. I can usually remember. But anyways, I'm like, oh, yeah, no, Dish sucks. You don't want to do that. Agree with them. Go inside, sit on the couch. 5 minutes later, she is stoked out of her mind to get Dish again. Gave me 3 referrals that day. Ended up selling 10 or 11 that day. So it's like people just say stuff. So agree with them. Explain it and then redirect. Don't just give them, like, don't overcome the objection and then just sit there. Otherwise, you're kind of like, did I do good? Did I say it right? And they're, no. So redirect, ask them about recording. It doesn't matter what you ask them. We always want to end on a question as well. So if you guys do a lot of recording, if I gave you the movies free for 3 months, would you guys use them or do you not really watch them? It doesn't matter what you say.
Yeah, because ending with a question, right? They're like subconsciously agreeing to everything that you said previously.
Yeah.
So it's just like keep going. Okay, everything that he said. I guess the technician's gonna be here, and Ben Johnson, the guy that hooked up with the service, and I will like it. But if I agree to all of that just by answering.
Yeah.
If I like to record, it doesn't matter if it's like yes or no. Like if I like to record, it's just like okay, they didn't have an objection big enough to stop right there.
Yeah, just like a soft close. And like one we'd always use my first years. Okay, do you guys want to keep the main TV here or do you want it in the bedroom? I mean, there's a million little soft closes you can use. So
yeah,
just awesome. Keep it rolling.
What have you done to separate yourself from the pack? Like the pack is just like the guys like me, like normal guys.
Like stop that right now.
regular reps. Let's just say, like how have you risen to that and taken your game to the next level? What have been some of your like things like I did this and that like really helped me raise my game to the next level?
I have like a pretty like addictive personality, I'd say. So just like becoming obsessed with it and just like constantly thinking through what I did good in each house. So like I try to do the David Goggins after action report. Every house I knock, I'm just like in my head thinking about it, analyzing every part of it. Okay, I did this good. When they have this objection, I had no idea what the heck to say. So I'm gonna write it down, work on it later. Just like I probably way overanalyze stuff, but I think it's helped quite a bit. And then just trying to be a dog out there working hard, man. It's one thing I do is I'll just throw. It's like I think maybe you've even said this. The hardest door is the car door, right?
Yeah.
Is that a McKeithen one?
That's a Colt one that McKeithen adapted.
It's like the Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott thing.
Yeah.
There you go. So, punch in that address you're going to, find that nice 76-year-old Barbara, drive straight to her house, always pee on a dirt road before that, big pier, and then just straight to it. And I just can't stop in the middle of the day. Like, I am not motivated enough to take a lunch break and start going again. I just like can't do it. Like, it's been a few times I will just, you get the doom scroll going and it's been an hour and you're like, I don't want to get back in the heat. So that's another thing. Just once you're out there, once you hit that first door, go straight to it. Don't go to a gas station. Don't go to McDonald's. I have to go straight to that door, and I can't stop. Like, I'll just eat my lunch as I'm going, and just keep that momentum. Once you make one sale, that's the best time to make another one. So don't get a sale and go, oh, sweet, yeah, I'm going to take a little break, go buy another Monster from the gas station. Nope, just keep on going. So I think those, and it's my dad, like, growing up, we'd do a ton of yard work, ton of chores, you like chop firewood, all that. And he would just always say, no one outworks an Erekson. And me and my brother were like trying to skip our chores, and I'd just like be crying, make my brother do all the chores and stuff. No one outworks an Erekson. So there's a lot of dogs. I get outworked sometimes, but I try to never let that happen where I'm the first guy home or last guy leaving. Like, that stuff just like pisses me off. So
yeah. And what time do you get out, and what time do you like stop knocking?
It kind of just depends on like when we're doing our correlation meetings. We obviously go a lot longer, you know how it is the first few weeks, getting all the new guys trained. And then we do a cool thing in our office. I learned this from a guy that works for like Hawks Pest Control, but whenever time it gets dark, we'll do like let's say it's the 8 o'clock watch club. So we'll send it into our group chat, and you send a picture of your watch with a door, like you with the customer, you're closing a deal, and then you don't want to be the only one that doesn't send that into the group chat because they know you took off early. So always past dark. Like, if you can set a go back after dark, because it's kind of weird, right, to just knock a cold door after dark. That's when you start getting the guns pulled on you. In Crime Bluff, Arkansas.
For sure.
Shout out the boys out there. But if you can have a go back for after dark, awesome. You're just maximizing the time you're out there closing deals, but never come home before dark.
Gotcha. So cool. Now, how did, like, you talked a little bit about some of the resources like Grant Cardone and Jordan Belfort, like sales training and stuff. Do you recommend any other sales trainings in order to get our game up? What's your philosophy on that?
Ooh, I wish I would have done like some more sales training. I probably still should. But I have like almost all of Grant Cardone's books.
Are you a big reader? Like, do you read a lot?
I'm not a strong reader, my friend. Can't read.
Can't read.
Just kidding. No subtitles on my movies, please. Won't understand them. I love audiobooks. I was a huge reader like growing up, but especially in the summer, it's hard to find time to like read an entire book.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can turn your car into a library. That's like a Jeremy Minor thing. If you've seen him on Instagram.
Yeah.
He's dope. So your car should be like a mobile library. So when you're on the road, it's like before I get to the doors, I'll jam out, throw on some pump up music. But especially in the summer, like towards the end, sometimes we're driving an hour to area. Don't waste it. Just have an audiobook going all the time. So I got like probably the best investment I made is an Audible account. It's like, I don't even know how many dollars per month. It's super cheap, but I just have probably 30 or 40 books on there. So I'm just always trying to cycle through something.
Nice. What's up? What are like some of your favorites that you've listened to recently? They don't have to be sales related.
Yeah. I'm going through, I'm just about to start Pitch Everything.
Okay.
Pitch Anything. I don't know the name of it. It's right in the other room. So pumped for that one. Jordan Belfort's book is sweet. Just like talking about all the tonalities and that stuff is like next level.
Yeah.
Like I'm still trying to learn all that.
And he did the Audible version of it. He like recorded it.
Yeah.
And so it's like his tonality, exactly how he would say it, which I thought was the coolest
so
part.
Good.
It's like way better than just reading it.
I've listened to that one 2 or 3 times now, and it's still like I'm going through it again. I'm like halfway through. I'm like, dude, I missed all of this. There's so much good stuff in there.
Yeah.
Grant Cardone's, I think Sell or Be Sold is awesome, and then Closer's Survival Guide. Again, I probably won't use 80% of them, but just having like an exact word pattern and then just his confidence that he says stuff with is awesome. And he goes through, I don't even know how many objections there are in that, and just has 3 or 4 ways to solve it for every one of them. ABCs of Closing by Sam Taggart is sweet. That's like geared for door to door. I think probably my favorite one for new guys is Navigate 2.0.
Okay.
You heard that one?
No.
It just goes over like the 4 buying personalities, so you can kind of, custom build your pitch. What did you say? Sell people, not products. So good. That'll be the title of our book.
Yeah.
Co-op. So there's the fighter, that's like the alpha male. There's the detective that wants to know every single detail. There's the entertainer, that's the person that won't stop talking. And there's the counselor that just wants to make sure it's good with everybody else. So it's like you can determine pretty quick what personality somebody is, and then if they're the detective, you're going to gear it a little bit more towards details. There's certain phrases you want to use with them compared to the alpha male that's answers the door like this. It's like you just do it different. So those are probably like some of my top books right there, but I know there's probably a million more of them out there.
That was awesome. I'm gonna listen to that back, start writing them
You
down.
got plenty of time in the car, dude. Listen to it 3 times. Memorize it.
Cool. Other question I had. Freak! I keep forgetting. This is insane.
Well, dude, I'm just yapping. I'm just all over the place.
No,
I'm off to Pluto, like
I love. Okay.
Belfort and stuff.
What? Up to Uranus.
Yeah, that one too.
What mistakes do you remember making in your first couple of years of selling? And what would you tell yourself to make sure you didn't make those mistakes?
Yeah, that's good. I think I really capped myself. I had super low confidence going into my first year. I'm scared of white people, dude. I don't know how to talk to them. I'm an introvert. I was scared to order my own food at McDonald's before this job.
Oh wow.
Maybe not terrible, but it wasn't good. I wasn't happy to have to speak to people. So I think just having a really big self-belief. Now I'm dude, I can do 10 a day. Easy. I can do more than that. I'm already capping myself, but I really did cap myself there. I just had low goals, I guess, going into my first year. I said $8,000. I'm if I can make $8,000, and then I got out there, and my buddy Cameron, after a few weeks, he's dude, that is a stupid goal. That is so low. So he kind of called me out on it. He's dude, if you're shooting at make $8,000, if you hit your goal, you only made $8,000. If you miss your goal by half, you're making $4,000 or whatever. He's you need to up that. So we did I still remember the exact day in correlation. I'm okay, screw that. I'm doing 200 accounts this year. And it took me, I don't even know, 3 or 4 weeks to make that change in my head. So setting really big goals is something that's helped a lot. And I think I kind of wasted a bunch of the first few weeks out there. My first year, I could not get past 5 in a day. I remember I probably got it 7 or 8 times. I'd get to 5. There was one time so embarrassing. I got to 5 by 4 o'clock, and I texted it was Jared. Jared, I'm at 5. If I get 6, can I get an incentive? He's yeah, dude, we'll get you shoes at 6. And I just didn't get a sale for 5 hours. I was what am I doing? I could not get past that in my head. So opening up the self-belief, you can do it. It's weird. It's very cliche, but you can do anything you set your mind to. My mission president had taught me that on my mission, and I forgot it for sales, but we would try to help 2 people a month accept the gospel. And that was our we called it SOE, standard of excellence. If you can get 2 people to want to get baptized and make changes in their life in a month, that's awesome. And he came in and he's why are we going for 2? If you hit it, okay, that's awesome, yeah, that's great. But if you miss, then you're only at 1 or 0. He's we're doing 10. That's the new standard, 10. We're that has never been done. That'll never be done. And then as you raise that goal, it starts happening. It's the weirdest thing, dude. And you can kind of, what do they call it? Reverse engineer your goals. Okay, we got to think way bigger. It's another good book. 10x is easier than 2x. I have a copy of that. I'm going to give it to you, actually. Okay, cool. It's a sweet book, but it's easier to 10x your business than to 2x it, because the 10x you just have to think totally different. You can't do the things that you can't just work 10 times more hours. It's not possible, right? Yeah. So you think way different. So that's something I'm trying to work on still. Obviously I haven't 10x'd my sales. Try to 10x my sales this year, but here I go again, yapping again.
That was awesome.
Yes, don't limit yourself. Set big freaking goals. If your goal's 400 accounts your rookie year, well, it's been done, by the way. Did you hear about that?
No.
Kimberly, first year.
Who's Kimberly?
Parcell. Anyways, her rookie year, had never sold anything like that, did 400 accounts. It's possible. Set a high goal. If you miss by half, you're probably still going to be higher than your stupid low goal.
Whoa.
So,
genius.
Kind of a cool thought.
Yeah, very cool thought. Now, what would you say to... I don't know. Because at least for me, I made a ton of very poor financial and life decisions at the beginning of I'd never gotten that amount of money before in my life, and I kind of went crazy and started doing just spending on dumb stuff. What would you say is like, I don't know, how can we be better like leaders and examples of like responsible financial stuff, but then it's not like fun at the same time. Like I want to make this money so that I can have fun and I can go do crazy stuff. But so then it's like less motivating, less inspiring to get it.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Dude, yeah, there's a fine line. I've been struggling with that for years now. It's like, yeah, that'd be sweet to be the guy with the McLaren that's shiny pink or whatever, that'd be sweet. Probably get some chicks or something, but guys are going to want to come work for me if I have the cool stuff. But also at the same time, it's like, I'm doing this to set myself up for the future. I'm not doing this just for fun, like I want my future family to like benefit like crazy from this. So yeah, but then it's also, where did I hear this? It's like, I don't want to have $50 million when I'm 65, but I didn't have any experiences or any fun because my knees are going to hurt when I'm 6. I'm 26 and they hurt, dude. So it's like, there's a fine line of having fun, and I think you do a good job of that. But yeah, definitely put aside, like, that's the cool thing with this job. You can make so much so quick. I just try to like buy a property after every summer. I'm like, okay, if I can buy a property, max out my Roth IRA, and then my individual 401k and have enough to live off for the next year, like that's pretty good investment wise. And then the rest I can have some fun with. Luckily, I'm like not a big spender. I'm like, I got my truck and my dirt bike and I'm happy. But it's fun to go do some trips and all that. But just make sure, like, it's kind of like the analogy of, when you fill up did you talk about this in Vegas maybe? You fill up like a vase with big rocks and then sand. If you do the big rocks first, the sand will fit there. If you do the sand first, it's not going to fit and it's going to overflow. So do the big things first, like your real estate investments, your the stuff that's going to like last you long term. Then after that, have fun with the money because kind of a balance. But
yeah, that was great. That was more for me. I don't know. I hope that you guys like that too, as much as I did. But yeah, got my goals in order. Are you like very why and purpose driven, or are you? I don't know. Like, what is your why and your purpose, and like, does it drive you?
Financially is like, I just want to be financially free. Another very cliche term that's used all the time, but like that would be pretty sweet to just have enough passive income and stuff you can just leave. And like for me, I just want to be able to go to the Philippines for 6 months a year and just do whatever I want over there and just have investments that I've worked hard for doing that. And the way to get there is starting businesses and knocking doors. So it's like just the two fastest routes to it. So that's my why, is like looking down the road. I mean, we find tons of people on the doors, right? They're 65 and they're still living off Social Security and just can't do what they want. They're just like so held captive by money. So I just don't want that. And also just like trying to always, it's, I don't know, I feel I'm so much more energetic and happy when I have like a solid purpose in life, like whether it's getting to 5 accounts on the day or on the summer, just being goal oriented, like just makes me happy. Like man was made to have goals and work. I feel like it's fun taking a lot of time off with this job, but I start going crazy in the winter. I'm like, dude, I actually kind of hate this sitting around. So that's why I've tried to do other things like, start our virtual assistant business and all that. So
tell me more about that. How was your virtual assistant business? What do you guys do? How did that idea get in place?
Yeah, so we kind of had the idea about a year ago. It was like before this last summer. We're like, dude, this could actually be really cool, like helping businesses offload a ton of their mundane tasks, stuff they don't want to be spending hours and hours on. And Filipinos, like on our missions, we had met, a bunch of people over there that had done work like that. They're like, oh yeah, I'm an account manager for this little, I don't even know, accounting firm over in the US. We're like, oh, it's kind of a thing, I guess. We're like, we know a lot about the culture over there. Filipinos are amazing at English. They're super hard workers. They're awesome. Like they love our culture here. So we had the idea, and obviously nothing, how that is. I've probably had 100 business ideas. I've started like 2. It's fun to have the idea. And then we went out for summer and just totally forgot about it. Me and Cade were out selling, and then our other business partner, Connor, was here. He does like business to business sales. He's a G. He like actually got going on it and like got something started, and he's like, hey, this is kind of like the idea, our framework, I guess. And then we're like, okay, we're doubling down and we're like actually gonna do it. So it's cool. We've got a pool of, it's like 380 virtual assistants at this point that we have resumes from. We've interviewed a bunch of them that just have skills doing all, I mean, you name it, there's a Filipino that's had years of experience doing it.
Okay.
And it's been like, yeah, super valuable for businesses here to, do their books or do their editing or their social media management. And it's fun. Like I already said the word Philippines 100 times today, but I just love it, dude.
Yeah.
So it's fun doing something we actually enjoy. And then it's actually been like scaling pretty well. So
Yeah. What are your short-term or long-term goals for that company? Like, where do you hope to grow it to?
Yeah, we want to just get to the point where, our next like milestone is to get it to like 100K a year business. And that there's a bunch of variables that like go into that, but that's our big goal. We want to get it to the point where we can just go do like a yearly party over there and like fly all of our virtual assistants in, go have a good time, and then kind of scale it to the point where the business is just building itself, and we can hire Filipinos to just run the whole thing. And it's awesome for them. Like they make so much more money working for companies here. Like they are so hungry. Whenever we get a new client and post like the job opportunity, we've had like 30, 40, 50 of them reach out and be like, I want to do this. Like it hooks them up too. So it's fun to like make a difference in their lives over there too.
That is super cool. I know I had a virtual assistant from you guys for a little bit. It was awesome. And then also buddy Wade Erickson, I sent a referral to you guys, and then he's just been crushing it with the virtual assistant that you guys got for him, doing like lead gen and everything for his business, and so he's super appreciative. It's a great thing, and I think definitely with like the AI age and everything, like it'll just keep getting better. So
yeah, thanks for sending him our way, dude. Like he in the last 2 weeks has sent me 3 referrals of his business buddies too.
Oh wow.
So he's like, hey, this guy saw my ads online, asked me about it, and it was like, it's very professional who's doing it. And so he's been like sending tons of it. So appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
He's a stud. So are you. Stud.
Thanks, man. Well, yeah, I want to go through a pitch, kind of like beginning to end.
I'm sweating here.
Yeah, I know. You're just getting
dude.
down to the wire. Yeah, if you want to be rep, I'll be customer.
Let's do it, man.
Okay.
I need to grab my phone. I feel naked. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Dude,
Don't grab your phone.
I cannot do a role play without the little sales rabbit, man.
Yeah, I always knock the door with my phone.
Yeah.
Don't want to bruise the knuckles too bad.
Yeah, right. Oh wait, you hit the door with your
Yeah,
phone?
yeah, I go like that.
How many phones do you go through a year?
No, it's great. You just keep the OtterBox case on. It's
supposed to
perfect.
be bulletproof, right?
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. So what part? We should do the whole thing?
Yeah.
All right. See if I can do it sitting down. Ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, hello?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good.
Right on. Sorry to sneak up on you. My name's Clain. I'm just the TV guy. We're doing a bunch of work with all the direct TV customers here in Crime Bluff. You guys are still hooked up, right?
Yeah, we got DirecTV.
Awesome. It's Mr. Valentine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Well, only reason I'm stopping by, there's been a lot of calls, complaints, even cancellations here in Pine Bluff. Mainly like the price. People are just seeing it's like a lot higher now than when they first started. You probably know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and it's not just your bill, it's pretty much everybody that's hooked up. My job's real simple. I just work face-to-face with folks just to lower that bill down, maybe upgrade some equipment. Are you the one that takes care of the bill around here?
Yeah, I just get it on my phone. It comes out automatically.
Okay, sweet. That's the best way to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
No late payments. Perfect. So, yeah, real simple process. Unfortunately, I can't just lower the bill for everybody. It does depend on a couple things. You've been hooked up for more than a year now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Again, price has been the biggest thing for most folks. Is it still under $80 a month, or is it kind of jumped up over that?
Our DirecTV bills, yeah, no, we're paying a lot of way over that. It's over 100 at this point.
Jeez. Okay, how long has it been that high for?
It just seems like every year it just kind of goes up on us.
Man. Okay. Well, I'm glad I stopped by. Let's see. Over $100. Okay. How many TVs you guys hooked up on here?
We have 2 TVs.
2 TVs. Okay. Cool. Well, I should be able to bring that down for you. It really just depends on the receiver box that you guys are using. You know, if it's the HR54, HR44.
I don't have a clue.
You're good. I know that's kind of Chinese. That's just a little black box you point the remote at. You have one of them just right here?
Yeah, it's just right there.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll take a quick peek at that, and I'll get out of your hair.
Okay, cool.
and I barge in your house, pet your dog. Okay, awesome. Look at the receiver box, get the bill, and we can just make up a situation, obviously. Okay, cool. You mind just pulling that bill up on your phone, and I'll get some info pulled up here, see what we can do for you. Oh, as I'm walking in as well, that's when I'll be like, okay, so just so you know how it works, I work for HD Satellite. We work with all the TV and internet customers out here. I don't care who you guys are using, but the reason we're coming by everybody on DirecTV, sometimes I'll show them here, they've lost millions of customers the last few years. Everyone that does still have it, bills are just getting crazy. Equipment's getting pretty old. I mean, I don't have to tell you, this thing's a dinosaur. Is it cutting out in the storms for you?
Yeah, it's, when we get a good rain, it'll start to pixelate.
So annoying. That's when we need the satellites when the weather's bad, man. That's when it goes out. So we've been able to upgrade a lot of folks' equipment as well. But yeah, it really just depends on that bill. You said it was over, what was it at again?
Yeah, I got it pulled up here for you.
Jeez, $142. Been that high for a while?
Yeah, I thought it was, last time I saw it, it was down close to like 120.
Okay, gotcha. Well, that might be why you're on the list. Again, a lot of folks have canceled, so that bill's been jumping up. So a couple other questions for you, and then I'll see what we can do for you. We definitely should be able to get it lowered, though. 2 TVs, you said you guys record a lot here at the house?
Not, I guess my wife does. Yeah, she records a lot.
Okay, awesome. And then, you a big sports guy, or what channels do you spend most of your time watching?
No sports, as long as you get like the local channels.
Yep.
You know, I'll throw on, you know, History Channel, some westerns. I really like the car shows, like you know,
like Mav.
No, what's Mav?
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
Okay, yeah, no, we don't watch that one. Yeah, just like Top Gear and, you know, kind of those
Sweet,
like garage shows.
Yeah, and that's how it goes. I mean, there's a million channels on there. Most people watch 10 to 20 of them. So
I know,
I wish this much. It's just crazy.
I wish I could just get the channels that I wanted.
Man, dude, that's my $1 billion idea. $2 a channel, pick what you want, get rid of the rest. When I think of it, I'll come back. You can be my first customer.
Okay.
How's that sound? Just kidding. So, anyways, yeah, to be paying that much money for that few channels that you actually watch, I think what we've been doing for all the other neighbors should work for you as well. So I'll shoot the idea past you. We'll see if it's something that would even work for you. But first off, I feel like everyone deserves to know why the bill's been jumping up. It's not just you. Again, it's everyone that still has it. You probably saw a few years back, AT&T, they actually bought DirecTV. So the bill comes through now, AT&T. So when they did, they took on, it was about $23 billion in debt. I need to recheck my numbers. $23 billion in debt. And so it's just kind of backwards these days. And you've probably seen this, right? But the new customer gets this awesome low price. They get brand new equipment, all the movie channels. And then the longer you keep it, the longer you pay your bill on time, it goes higher, higher, higher. The stuff gets older and older. Bill goes up, but you're not getting any extra channels or anything for it. So that's why a lot of folks have been canceling, like I said. As more people cancel, someone's got to pay the difference, right? It's not the new guy. It's unfortunately the person that's been paying it forever. So that's just to fill you in. Nothing you've done wrong. So what we've been doing for all the neighbors, we're keeping everybody on satellite. It's what you've had for probably 30 years now. It's just a lot easier than, you don't want to be doing all that streaming crap, right? That's like learning Chinese and keep you on satellite. So what we've been doing, we've just been upgrading everyone's platform, getting them as the new customer with the Dish network. I'm sure you've heard of Dish TV before, right?
Oh, you're with Dish?
Yeah, so like I said, I'm with HD Satellite. We do all the satellite out here. Okay. Since Direct's not lowering bills for folks, yeah, we're upgrading everyone over to Dish. The reason why, channels are the exact same. You won't even notice a difference there. Okay. The new satellite just does a ton better in the storms. The remote looks almost the exact same. It lights up in the dark. That's like the only difference. And then the reason everyone's doing it, they don't really care which words the little round piece has on it up there. They care what they're paying every month. So instead of this 142, you said it's 2 TVs, right? Mm-hmm. Cool. So we're going to bring that down for the same thing. It's $98 a month. And that's after all the taxes, fees, equipment. You're over 55, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Fixed income?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So what a lot of your neighbors are loving now with Dish, other than it working a lot better in the storms, and they're getting since they're on a fixed income, keeping a fixed price as well, right? It just makes more sense. It's just TV, shouldn't be jumping up every single month on you. So,
I heard bad things about Dish. I don't know if we want to go with them.
Yeah, for sure. Did you guys have Dish before? Or?
No, my sister, she had Dish, and she said she didn't like it.
Yeah, did she have it a while ago, or?
Yeah,
It's been a while.
It's been a long time.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I mean, you're totally right. Back in the day, direct was actually the better of the two. So you guys were super smart to get it when you did. Like I said, it's just been these last few years with them losing so many customers. That's when they're raising the rates. And actually, Dish Network is gaining a lot more customers now. Their bills are actually a lot cheaper, and they have the newer equipment. So you're totally right. Back in the day, you did not want to go to Dish. It's just been the last couple of years. So that's why we're doing it for everybody. I'll show you here. That's going to save you $44 a month for doing nothing more than getting some new equipment and keeping your exact same channels.
Now, will my wife still be able to record?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. She's actually going to be super pumped for it now. It's called the Hopper, is what you get now. Have you heard of the Hopper before?
Yeah, I've seen the commercials and
cool. So it works the exact same way as what you have now. The only difference, when she records, I know you do those local channels a lot, record those local channels, come back the next day, and a lot of the stuff she's watching, it's actually going to automatically skip her commercials for her.
Oh, so wow.
She's going to be real happy with you.
Yeah,
she doesn't have to sit and fast forward through those dang commercials. So yeah, again, it works the exact same way. Just a couple new features. Again, it's like 12 years newer than what you got now. Do better in the storms for you. And then the cool thing is, per year, it's saving you over $500 for doing nothing more than getting some new stuff. So a lot of people, it's kind of something they've been thinking about, getting that bill down, getting some stuff that works a little bit better. They just don't want to be on the phone for 5 hours with some guy overseas that they can't understand, some guy named Rashiv. I can't do anything over the phone these days. So that's my job. That's why we come out here, just get it done super simple and hassle-free for you, so you guys can focus on more important things in life than the TV bill. Does that sound fair enough?
Yeah, no, sounds good.
Right on. So cool thing is, since we've done so many of these here in Pine Bluff, the technicians are in the area right now. We're actually doing a free installation for folks that qualify. So I want to make sure it's free for you guys, and then I'll get that exact price down to the penny. Is it your name on the bill?
Yeah, it should be mine.
Okay, cool. And then the address here is yada yada, and then just start filling it out. So, dude, role plays are so weird, man. That was so.
I love it.
So bad.
That's so good.
Anyways,
what are the things that, I don't know, you had a lot of really good body language, particularly. Like, we were just sitting down.
Yeah, I was leaning in too much. I gotta lean. I was looking at the camera, like I'm not in the frame, so that's why I was doing that.
Yeah. No, your body language though, with the like nodding the head and getting those subtle yeses, very good. And I don't know, just like the chilled, nonchalant aspect. Like, yeah, dude. Like, I love the tone of voice too that you had. You're like, yeah, dude, I'm just here to help you out. Like, I'm not trying to get you to do one thing or the other, but this is just the best thing for you. Kind of like that bro tone almost.
Bro. Dude, I have a sales voice, man. People call me out on it. Like, you did the sales voice. So I'm trying to like convince people. Like, but I guess it's maybe a good thing. I don't know. The bro tone. It's the new tonality.
It's great. But yeah, I mean, you said we talked about like your least favorite objection. Like, think about it. I think it's so important for reps to understand what objections it is that they get, so that they can that 5 mile pacing or whatever. What is it called?
I don't know.
5 miling.
Say whatever you want. I'll agree with it.
Okay. But and I've had it described to me like this by Adam Shams, like CEO of Alder. Yeah. He was like, how many times are you gonna get punched in the face with the same exact objection before you learn how to duck?
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, if you know that if you keep getting hit with I don't know what I'm paying, then like, or I don't know, I don't want to go with Dish, or I'm afraid of change, or I need to think about it. And that's like the common objection that you keep getting.
Yeah.
Like, learn how to like do the 5 mile pacing, like 5 miling before it comes, duck before it happens, and then have a good response ready to go as well.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest like sales advice for people, and that just comes down to coaching yourself like after each door. What can I do better? How can I improve from this? What can I learn from? All just very good stuff. But yeah, did you have any like final words of advice or anything else that you want to talk about? Or maybe you can just like give us a little pump up before the summer, because
Dude.
I think all the guys out there, they're knocking right now. It's kind of the beginning of the summer. What can we learn from Clain?
Probably not much. Not many good things. Yes, the weather's warm. Like, my biological clock is saying go knock some doors. So I'm fired up. Everyone's gonna crush it this year. One thing I was thinking about earlier, we had done a training like a couple days ago, some new guys. And one thing I was conscious of my first year, it's also like a missionary thing. So on the mission, they say, when you're coming home, you don't want to get on that airplane and think, oh, I could have worked harder the last couple of years. Man, I have some regrets. Like, that's going to be the worst feeling. So it's one thing I thought of my first year, and every single summer, there's something like I love about that 40-hour drive home from the summer. It sucks, but there's like, if you really worked your butt off, you have all that time to reflect on it and be proud of yourself. Like I just did, this is one of the hardest things you can do, door-to-door sales. It's hard. If it was easy to go make 80 grand, 100 grand, 200 grand in a summer, everyone would freaking do it, right? It's hard. Just go crush it, and then that drive home is going to be amazing. If you don't work that hard, if you're, stopping early on Saturdays, if you're taking a 2-hour doom scroll lunch break, that drive home probably isn't going to be very fun, and you're probably going to be beating yourself up. So I always look forward to that the entire summer. Is okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna leave it all out there, and that way I'm not leaving regrets. Because either way, you're gonna be out in freaking Arkansas or Wisconsin for that many months. You might as well work your butt off and leave it all out there. So that's what gets me fired up, and we're setting ourselves up for the future, and life's good, baby.
Life is good.
Let's go.
I freaking appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much for doing that.
That's good, man. That was sick.